Thank you, Ms. Dilhani. I'm inviting the next person to present in this panel, that is Neranjala Sumathipala, and her title is Help Seeking Behaviour of Women Facing Sexual Violence by Intimate Partners in Sri Lanka. If I say a little bit about Ms. Neranjala Sumathipala, is a lecturer in the Department of Demography at the Faculty of Arts, University of Colombo. She specializes in demographic analysis with a focus on migration, mortality, morbidity, and sexual and reproductive health. With expertise in applied demography and statistical methodologies, she aims to provide insight that support public policy, healthcare, and social services, contributing to a deeper understanding of population dynamics and public health. We are delighted to listen to you, Ms. Sumathipala.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be presenting my research topic on help-seeking behavior of women facing sexual violence by intimate partners in Sri Lanka. This presentation aims to explore who seek helps and the sources of support and the characteristics influencing these help-seeking behaviors. So my co-author is here, Dr. Kumudika Boyagoda. She is my co-author of this study. The objective of our study to examine and provide a descriptive analysis as to who among the victims of sexual violence seek help and who does not, and also help is sought from which type of person or institutions, organization it is sought, and analyze the association between selected characteristics of women and help-seeking behavior. So, moving to the next part of my presentation, methodology. Our study is based on secondary data using Women's Wellbeing Survey 2019 conducted by Department of Census and Statistics. From the total sample, in this study, there were 2,100 ever partnered women aged 15 years and above. Among them, 148 women reported they are facing sexual violence in their lifetime. And also, this study is an analysis of these 148 women. Data was analyzed by using SPSS software, univariant and bivariant analysis for the descriptive examination. And also in here, we run some chi-square statistics to find some relationship between characteristics and their help-seeking behavior. So the results, first I would like to talk about the characteristics of responders. What are the characteristics of responders? As our study, especially we looked at the demographic and socio-economic characteristics. The data provides, our sample size is 148. As you see, the majority's victims' education level was up to GCE ordinary level. By looking at this data, we can, as I think, education level is most important characteristic because education level is influence of awarenesses, self-employment, and access to resources that might affect help-seeking behavior. So, experience intimate partner violence is not confined to women with limited education or higher education. Rather than it pervasive issue then spans all education levels. Moving to the next part of my presentation, I would like to talk about their main daily activity of respondents. As you can see, the most of respondents were doing household activities and engaging economic activity. Majority doing household activities. We can identify here the women, those who are victims of for the sexual violence, majority were doing household activities. Percentage of women who shared their experience with someone. This is very important one because we want to know their behavior pattern. If they get some they share their experience with someone. As you see, you can see here, majority of women, 79.7% have shared their experience, especially their sexual violence experience with someone. Here I would like to talk about source of support, whom women inform about intimate intimate partner violence. As you can see, the most of women shared their experience and asked some support from their family members. You can see here parents and second majority siblings. In some critical situations, especially those who are victims for the sexual violence, they trust their family members. They seek help and they share their experience from their family members. So this is very good and this is very important point in our research. Help seeking behavior among women facing intimate partner violence. This is a very good one because we want to know they sought help or they not sought help. As you can see here, the majority of women who faced sexual violence not sought help. This is the problem here because sometimes they shared their experience with someone. As you can see, the majority of women shared their experience with someone, but they did not get any help from someone. Source of support. There are two major sources of support, informal and formal. As you can see here, as I previously mentioned, they shared their experience with their family members, that called informal. When move to the formal sectors, we can see here most of women get support from informal sector, police. The percentage 67.71. They got the support from police they inform their situation to police, especially women seek help for the IPV. Key reasons for seeking help among women experience IPV. Key reasons why they sought help. As you can see, most of women seek help because they could not endure anymore this situation. Sometimes it not be their first time, their second time, so several times they victim for this situation. So they can't tolerate this more. They decided to get some help from someone. You can see the majority seeking help because of they could not endure anymore. So there are some other reasons. They saw their children are suffering from that. They seeking some help. And key reasons for not seeking help among why they are not seeking help. You can see majority of women they not get some help because bring bad name to the family. They are always thinking about their family name. So they always hide this situation because they think that if they inform the situation, it will be bad name for their family. And this also a very important part. Preferred source of support among women facing intimate partner violence. What their preference? As you can see, the majority respondents said about their preference, no one mentioned. They didn't mention any name or any source, formal or informal. The majority mentioned they didn't like to share this situation. This is, I think, policymakers should address this. And also, this is a chi-square analysis of our characteristics of women and seeking help. As you can see, I'm not going to explain this statistical method, but the summary, the help seeking and level of education, help seeking and main daily activity, and help seeking and age of the sexual violence women and employability. There is no significant relationship between their help seeking and these kind of characteristics. These are the conclusion. Time is over, but I conclude these are the conclusion and recommendations. So recommendations: educate in informal sectors, develop informal sources and strengthen informal network, and empower women as a whole, raise awareness at the community level. These are the references of my study. Thank you and have a nice day.